What's up, y'all? It's your boy Frostbite. Welcome to It's Frost Last Bite. It's War Last Frost, or It's Frost Last War. Look, today's video we're going to start versus breakdown. What we're going to do is we're going to start on day one. If you didn't watch the intro to versus, make sure that you go in. Go to my page, like, subscribe, whatever you're going to do, and then click on that video and just kind of watch the just the basic overview of what versus is, so you understand what we're about to get into. So let's look at day one. Day one versus is pretty simple, guys. It is called radar training. So if you notice right here and you break down this, you're going to see all the different ways you can get points. Number one is stamina. You get 300 points per stamina that you use. That is very insignificant, but that's okay because it's all about adding up points, right? We want to keep adding points, keep adding up points. You get 25,000 points for every radar task. You get 660 hero XP points. I personally don't recommend you using this unless it is a push type situation and you're needing points, hopefully to pull out a very important win. Those are going to be very strategic things, but most of the time you want to try to save those for Hero Day, which is going to be day 4, which we'll talk about in that video. The other thing is going to be your drone data, your battle data. I'll go over that. And then, of course, your actual drone parts. And then if you see buy packs, that's just if you're spending money and you're buying packs that actually contains diamond. I'll show you that. And then, of course, gathering. So how do you prepare for day one? Day one does not start at reset for Monday. It starts Sunday, hours before this actually starts. So hours before you actually start, what you want to do is you want to click right here where it says gather, and you want to see this. Now you see how it says 302,000. Now if I click the one beside it, it's also here we go. So you see how this one's like not full. So obviously it's going to take me less time to gather this. So you're wanting to find ones that are absolutely full. And then if you click on the actual squad, you can see where it says gathering time. That means that when I send my squad, it's going to take 6 hours and 57 minutes to actually gather. So at least 6 hours prior to reset on Sunday, I want to send this squad to this tile. Why? All right. Because you want to be able to get on at reset, immediately recall all of your squads, and you get those instant points for all of the things that you have done. You do not want to just do it an hour before. You want to time it to where all of your squads, so if I go to farmland and I'm looking at this and I'm going to send this squad, it's 7 hours and 34 minutes if you didn't catch that, and then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to send all 4 or at least 3 out of the 4. If I'm not going to be on, I'm going to send all 4. But if you're going to be on and you think you might need your main squad for running rallies or whatever, you can do that. But you want to send at least 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4, depending on if you buy the extra one or not, out to gather hours before reset. Okay. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to start, if you can see, I'm going to start building up these types of resources so that as soon as reset happens, I hit this button right here. You see, I've got this. I'm going to immediately confirm and collect that, and I'm instantly starting off versus reset with points. Okay? May not be a whole lot of points, but it matters. Now, the very next thing you're going to look at is going to be your actual drone parts. So you want to be collecting your drone parts. Some people may buy them through events. You can actually go to the stores. So let me click here. If you go to the store, like you'll be able to get drone parts in the Alliance store. You'll be able to get drone parts in the Honor campaign store. Do not buy these right here. I know somebody's going to look at this video and they're going to say, I cannot believe that you broke the golden rule and you got the chip chest and the UR exclusive shards. I don't care. I'm going to get them because I'm still going to buy the rest of these. Everything else is just going to be blueprints. I'm not going to buy the drone parts. I don't buy the shards. I don't buy ceramic. I don't buy stamina. I don't buy anything else. I do get this UR skill set typically once a month, because it is extremely hard to get these UR skill checks without buying them in things like that. So I try my best to get at least that, and then UR shards or exclusive shards is also hard to come by this early in the game. So I usually will get those once a month, and then everything else goes to blueprints. Most people that your ass is going to say blueprint only. If that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. I strongly recommend you probably doing it that way. It's just not how I do it. The other thing you're going to have is VIP. Me personally, I don't think that 50 parts is worth 20,000 gems. If you do, hey, ball out. Do what you want to do. That is up to you. I just personally don't do that. The other way that you can get them during that specific day, you will be able to buy these small packs and they will offer them there, or you have the weekly deal, which, as you see, I also do not get. It's $150 for $50. You can do that if you chose to. Weekly pass, this is something that is very crucial. Every now and again, especially during season one, you'll have this weekly pass option that you can get. This is a really good value. It's 5,700%, great value to get extra drone parts. So what does that mean? When you go right here to your drone and you click on your attribute right now, of course, it takes me 1,000 to go one level. So I'm going to be stuck here a while, all right? I will likely just save this up, and I will just try to push the best way that I can to my 7.2. Might even tap into some Hero XP just to kind of hit my chest lightly, very lightly to be able to do that, because it's going to be very rare that I'm going to be able to earn up 1,000 of these every single week. It's just not going to happen, and that's okay. I'm playing this the very slow way. I've got to 145. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to keep going each and every time. So with that being said, let me get this right here because I'm trying to kill troops, which we'll talk about that in another video. Let me just send this to world real quick. Perfect. All right, now, the next thing we're going to look at, look, y'all, we're going through progressions, okay? But what is drone battle data? All right, if you click right here and you go to this tab, that's going to be this right here, battle data. I've got plenty of it. Why do I have so much? Because I play Honorable Campaign. Honorable Campaign gives you a ton of battle data. I usually just buy out this. As you can see, I buy out most of the things in this store. I strongly recommend that you do that. How do you do that? You find this little baby right here, and you complete the stages. Once you get them all maxed out, you just repeat the final stage, and you get max points. You do that every 2 days, and you'll be able to pretty much buy out the entire store. I buy out everything except for this 10K battle data. I don't think that it's a great value for it. Typically, you're not going to have enough to be able to do that anyway. When this resets at reset tonight, I will be able to get all of this, and then I will likely be done. I might actually buy a little bit of this, but for the most part, I don't. If you will buy this right here every single week, you will have enough battle data that you can buy as much as you can. That's what's going to help you produce your drone, because the way this works, so like for levels 1 all the way up to 150, every single 5 stages, you're going to have to use these drone parts. I'm touching the screen so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the next 4 to 5 stages to level up to the next level is going to just be battle data. All right. Battle data is a crazy ton of points, so it's really important that if you can, you want to try to be able to get it to where you can get to the next level so that you can start banking in on those points, okay? These are easy way to open up your chest for that day. Radar task. Let's talk about radar task. So as you can see, we already talked about gathering. You do that on Sundays, okay? Radar task is another thing that you have to be patient for. If you look at the top right here, I get 11 radar tasks that is restored every so many hours. Might be 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever it may be. It will tell you. If you see 11 radar tasks will be restored in 3 hours and 1 minute. But if you wait a second, it'll actually update. Fully restored 8:22 at 20:37 local time, which means that I have to wait until tomorrow for all of this to actually happen. So Saturday on Buster Day, I will spend, I think, 5 or 6 of my radar tasks because Friday is one of the days that I see that's why I don't have any. And then I don't touch them all of Sunday. Why? Because I need this right here to be at 40, and then I will click one typically so that it already starts this timer, so that come Monday morning at reset, I can empty out 40 or more radar tasks. I can hold up to 11 in my inventory. So if you click this little check mark right up here, you can see my tasks I can actually store up to 11, I think, or 9 or 10, one of the two. Either way, you can store some so you can actually like complete them, and they'll actually be sitting there with a little red dot on it, and then you can have 40 more just sitting there ready to go. All right. If you do not plan this and you are not patient and you do not wait, you are going to lose a ton of points. Okay. Because remember, all 40 of these is 25,000. So if you take 25,000 times 40, that's how many points you get for being patient and planning ahead. It's extremely important that you do this, okay? Because these are major points. You do that as soon as reset starts. You want to empty those out all the way, and then you're going to let them build up all throughout Monday. And then before reset, make sure you go back in and empty those out again so that you get max amount of points for that day. So big points come from radars. Big points comes from your drone parts and your battle data. All right. Throughout the day, if you're not online, you need to be out gathering. All right. Try to remember before reset to bring them back in. If you only have 6 hours, try to remember to go back and keep on doing that. Those are just little ways that you can get points throughout the day to be able to help out with versus. Okay. So, for example, today's themes, you want to be able to get to this 7.2. All right, I've already fully maxed that out today, but this is a different day. But you want to be able to do that. Now, if your alliance tells you that it is a save week, what that means is they have determined that it is statistically better in the league that you're in for you not to go crazy every single day. All right, if they tell you to save and only do 7.2, get your 7.2 and then stop. Do not spend anything else. No matter how bad you want to, don't do it. Okay? The best way to do that, I believe, is going to be emptying your radar task. These are important. You want to do these first because they're really good points, and they'll add up really quick. And then you may want to do a few other things, maybe like one round of your drone or something, just enough to hit the 7.2 and stop. Okay, we don't want to go crazy. We want to save the very much as we can for this reason. And then, of course, the very last thing is just going to be buying packs and Hero XP. Hero XP is basically if your heroes, like say if I click right here, you can hit on this upgrade button and it'll spend your Hero XP. It does not take long for that to add up to the 7.2 if you needed to offset it, especially early on players that are struggling to hit your chest. Now, another thing, if you are in an alliance and they say to save and you already have to do pretty much, I mean, if you have to spend a lot or you have to go all out just to hit your 7.2, your save week might actually mean 3.6. Okay, I can't stress this enough. If it's taking everything you have to get to 7.2 and you need to save, you need to hit this 3.6 and you need to wait until the next week. The next week you're going to be able to do 7.2 or whenever they say push. If they tell you to save 2 weeks in a row, save 2 weeks in a row. I know in your mind you're thinking, but Frost, I want to get super powerful as fast as possible. I get that. In your mind you're thinking this is going to set me back. No, it's not. It's not going to set you back. It's just going to delay when that power hits. But if your alliance has a goal and a strategy and they're telling you to save for the next 2 weeks, save for the next 2 weeks. All that means is you'll sit where you're at for the next 2 weeks, and then come week 3, when it's time to push, you're going to make a massive power boost, and you're going to enjoy it just as much as you did week to week, but it's going to help your alliance win when it matters the most, okay? So it's extremely important that you do that every single time. Listen to your alliance, follow the game plan, no matter what. Buying packs is very simple. If you go here and you click on a pack, you see these packs right here, it's $99. You get 10,000 of these. So any pack that you buy that offers gems, you get points. Do I recommend doing that? If you're a person that likes to spend money, sure. Spend and buy all the packs you want. If you don't. It's just that simple. That's just one of the things. And then if you scroll up to the bottom, you have chip chest. All right, y'all. This is over here in the drone. Some of you, the early players, won't have this yet, but this is your chip chest here. All right, as you can see, you have these chests. I am going to buy chip chests through the stores every single week. All right, so how do I do this? I have usually a good bit amount, to start off the week, but day one, I'm just going to buy the chip chest, my drone parts, and this drone XP card. That's it. I'm not buying anything else day one because I want to make sure that I don't just go in here and spend idly and I don't have the actual points that I need. How do you get these things? Alliance Tech. Donate right here, and then also donate this right here on the left side using gems up to 50 every single day. You don't have to go past that, but you need to do that every single day. It's extremely important because that is what's going to help you. Also, by being active and doing events, is going to help you get these types of honor point things to where you can actually use this in the store. But I'm buying this out every single time. Obviously, in my campaign, I'm buying my chip material, I'm buying all of these chests, and I'm buying all of these chests, and I'm buying these right here, okay, these drone parts. I'm doing this every single Monday without fail. Now, in the VIP, I am going to spend my gems on these every single week. Doesn't matter because they're extremely important in power growth, and they put up some decent points. So, if you're like me, you're going to do that. If you're not, that's fine. Also, another thing, you can hit add. There is a hidden little boost pack. You can buy this if you want to. If you don't know about it, congratulations. You can do it. It's a $5 pack, a $10 pack, a $20 pack, a $50 pack, and a $100 pack, and it's pretty much available every single day. If you're one of those crazy whale spenders and you want to actually be able to boost up your level here as fast as possible. The benefit of doing that is obviously your chips are a lot more important. Don't spread these chips out. Make sure that you're actually using them based off of just your squad. So if your only main is tanks, only get tanks. Don't worry about all these, even if you unlock them. Focus all of your material on tanks to boost up. Obviously, you can see mine is air, which is why I have so many stars on those. And then I will buy these out, and I'll have 50 to 60 or so chests that I'll be able to open up just to continue to boost this as quickly as possible. All right, these are the ways that you're going to get points on day one. Make sure you come back for day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. We are going to go over each day, breaking it down, talking about tips and things like that. This is a pretty easy day for the most part. Again, emphasize, recap, stamina. How do you burn stamina? Real quick, it's real simple. You can burn stamina multiple ways, but the biggest thing you want to do is you want to run Doom Elite rallies or you want to kill zombies. And you just want to do that to put up a few extra points. I would not completely empty out your stamina, but you do want to make sure you're doing that the very best of your ability. All right, y'all, that's pretty much it for day 1. I may have missed something. If you think I missed anything, if you have any tips, tricks, anything like that, please make sure you put it in the comments of this video. With that being said, until next time, don't forget, like, subscribe, and follow. Share it with your friends. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most of all, stay frosty.